Well, we're Streaming Freedom, and this is Trent and Siobhan. I finally say it right?
Yep.
Yes.
You got it close enough. You said it like a Texan does. Siobhan.
Siobhan. And we're here with them, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about the RV white trash life here.
How many times have you guys gotten that comment?
Mostly
white
just from my
his
dad.
family.
Mostly just from my dad. Hi, Dad.
What is we have friends that call themselves high-class white trash.
High-class white
Class white
trash.
trash.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know, I don't know where that term came from. I have to look it up, but I don't know. I'm not really attached to what people call me. But anyways, I wanted to spend some time today and do a little bit of a conversation here with our new friends, and we truly feel like they're friends. It's been awesome. Our kids are very close in ages. They have a couple extras, and
Yeah.
And Nick was like, they're my favorite YouTubers.
That's great.
and
Yeah, but it's great. I mean, we have all boys.
yeah.
So Molly and Siobhan are the only girls.
Yeah.
So we need a girls' night next
Yes,
time we
we
meet up.
do. That's gonna be the plans. Next
For
time.
real.
Next time we know, there's gonna be like, I don't know. I think it needs to be like an overnight.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go. You
She's
can
like,
have
get a bubble bath somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So anyway, so why don't you guys, let's start. Yeah, tell us a little real quick about your family. So tell them about your boys. You have 5 boys, right? So what are their names again?
5 boys: Camden, Bennett, Truman, Graham, and Wrigley.
And they range from
11, 9, 7, 4, and 2.
4 and 2,
Yeah.
and every single one of them are just stinking cute. Graham is my buddy. So, but it's so fun. So we've had a lot of fun. We went out and did the festival, which we'll show you if you haven't already seen that video. But I wanted to actually just kind of dig into their life and a little bit why they chose this journey. Real quick, what were you doing before? So you've been in music for a long time.
Yeah.
Very talented musicians. You got to hear
Thanks,
the music.
man. Yeah, so I was a worship pastor for 15 years, 3 churches, and we were at the last church that we were at for 8 years. Good church, growing church.
And that was in Michigan, is that right?
That was in Michigan.
Okay.
Yep. And
Plenty of reason to want to move then. It gets cold in the winter, I hear.
yeah, you know, we had Camden and Bennett really young when we were in Michigan, so they were still really little. And then, you know, the other boys came along. We started our homeschool journey, and it was really through homeschooling and discovering different ways of doing things that I think we discovered the possibilities of living this lifestyle not as just a weekend vacation, but as a potential to live full time doing this and be okay with it. And it merges like all of these worlds and things you hear about with minimalism.
Yep.
You know, like making the decision to say of the things that you own, like, man, do I really need that?
Yeah.
You know, and teaching our kids that too. You know, like we had like 6 kids, and we said, do we really need that one? And so we got rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Teaching our kids those things, like deciding like of toys and things that they need, and saying like, man, rather than you needing so much stuff, like, would you be up for trading some of the stuff you have for experiences?
Yeah.
And I
capturing
think that we learned that firsthand when we took our trip we took a trip from Michigan out to Oregon to visit my sister in a minivan.
Okay.
And we literally
7
had
of us in a minivan.
Yeah.
There's no more seats.
Yeah.
There's no more seats. We literally had, you know, everything that we owned for those 2 weeks there and back was on the top of the car in the luggage rack.
Right.
And we would get to our destination every night. We were traveling from KOA to KOA in the cabins, and we would set up every night beds, tear them down every morning, and we lived off of pretty much nothing. We didn't have toys. We didn't bring any of that stuff with us, and I think it was that realization that, hey, you know, we actually really enjoyed that trip because we were together as a family. We were exploring the world around us, and it was
And I mean, I was in
amazing.
ministry, but understand, like, it was a very fast-paced ministry, and I was working a lot.
Okay.
And so that very trip was something for us that we said, like, man, I'm rediscovering time with my kids.
Yeah.
That before I know it, I'm gonna blink my eyes and they're gonna be gone and moved out of the house. And we were just like, oh man, what what can we do to
have this.
and maximize this
Yeah,
moment
because
more?
even when you're doing good things, like, and that's what I found. I mean, I'm very passionate about building my business, and I feel like it's a good thing. It's a fulfilling thing, even. But there's just some stuff that still is missing, even when you're doing a good thing in your life. And I think that's what we're finding we're accessing here in this journey. Did you have some questions that you wanted to ask? Just wanted to put her on the
I've
spot.
been writing them all
Yeah.
down.
So that's
What-
something that is such
What do you
a
think? What do you think?
conversation.
Have you seen? What do you think is different about this world?
There are a lot of similarities, but there are some differences. Matt worked from home quite a bit when we lived in a house, and I had already been homeschooling the boys. So we were together a lot, but we were physically like in each other's presence, but we weren't. He was still working.
We were within a 100-foot range of each other, but a lot of times it was behind a closed door.
Yeah.
Whereas now, even when I'm, maybe I'm on a phone call and I step out and I walk, take a walk around the park where we're at or whatever. But
we're together. We'd go out and do and
the
explore
quantity
and
of
adventure.
collisions that happens with the
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
is a lot more.
You
And-
get both the quality and the quantity
Yeah.
kind of merge
And it's
together.
good. I
It
mean,
is.
we love.
If you don't love your family, don't live in it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
or if you want to figure out if you love them and or you should move on,
That's
then
totally
this will
true.
do it. Like
Well,
this will
and
help
I-
you figure out should you stay or should you get rid of them.
That should be a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
It
That
is.
should be like do you
Next
wanna
reality show.
Yeah.
Stay or leave.
live
Yeah.
in an RV.
RV, yeah.
Figure it out.
Live in an RV. Well, I have said before, like, you guys definitely fit a great experience for anybody that's wanting to try this. I mean, the two best worlds that work are usually when one of the spouses is homeschooling already and
Right.
the other is providing an income for the family from home.
Yeah.
And it was like all of a sudden, I've said this before, like all of a sudden you looked at each other one day like, wait, why are we paying this massive mortgage? Like, I don't get it. Let's just do exactly what we're doing at the Grand Canyon or in Yellowstone this week. Or,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you want to go drive to New York? Let's do it. We've loved hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
That is so precious. And there is a real big thing to that with, when it comes to living full-time in an RV, you take the leap, you do it, it's fun, it's awesome, you go for a while, you see the greatest sights that you've ever seen. Most people who do this, like, they get in and they just drive. And they're like, let's
Yeah.
go this place, let's go this place, let's
Yeah.
go this place, and you go, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden after a while you're like, I kind of miss people.
Yeah.
And my boys, like, they're kind of missing people. And so, yeah, that community is precious. It doesn't take as long to develop it. You
Yeah.
have like real relationships that start to form and forge because of what you're doing.
I think that's one of the things that I wish we would have got figured out sooner. And we did see some awesome places, and we had a great 2016. But 2017 is more about like settling into this life and finding how to find the wholeness in all of it. The community side, the connection side, yes, the nature side, but not the go, which was awesome. Like I said, we saw
Well, we
from
went
New York to Disneyland.
into this experience thinking it was short term.
It was a trip for you guys.
Yeah,
it was.
wasn't
It was.
it wasn't a lifestyle.
And
it
so
was
we
a trip.
treated it
so there
as
is
a
difference.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so now this is like our life now. So I feel like we're finally settling in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
us-
now it's really gotten us looking at like minimalism and things like that, which I hate to put that out there because I don't want people. I mean, there's a lot of minimalists going to watch us and be like, "You are not a minimalist," and so like I get that, and so but
I don't know. Like, I've not seen this movie that everybody talks about.
I haven't either.
But I think
Which one?
this about the minimalism, like, and that's one of the reasons why we have our coach. We've talked about this. Like, our RV is a high quality luxury line RV.
Right.
It's just not going to break down as much as others.
Right.
It's how we approach like pretty much everything in our life, like shoes or clothing or food. Like, we would rather get a whole lot less at a better quality.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big part of minimalism.
So we talked a little bit about the why, which was obviously to experience more of your family, but why YouTube? So that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
Why are you doing a YouTube channel? Why would you also choose to do the RV life, and then take up all this time that you have now with your family doing YouTube?
Well, so for Siobhan and I, we're musicians. A lot of what we do depends on people helping us share the story.
Right.
You know, and that it, right there is explains it honestly, is the fact that our music is more than just. Sorry if you're there's a RV pulling in right now, so everybody's like,
we keep
"Whoa,
looking.
are they doing okay?" So honestly, we started it just on the musician side of doing, you know, more exposure for our music videos.
Right.
That was
okay.
about it. And
Yeah.
then
Which you got to go check out their channel and see their music videos. They're awesome. Yeah, they're really talented.
well,
really
therein
great
lies the
videos.
problem. We don't have very many music
No,
videos.
there's
Right.
not very many.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
cost money.
Your album cover I really like.
Thank you. We
That's,
love it
that's
too.
Amy and Derek Malone did that.
Amy
one.
and Derek Malone. If you need good
Really
PR,
good
we got some
photography.
great.
I do
photography.
judge a book by its cover, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
most people do.
Obviously.
That's so great, man. So, but then we had the YouTube channel. We put our music videos up, and then we thought, what a great fun thing it would be to kind of just show our daily lives of what it's like to do music, you know, and do some of the music videos we were doing. Herein lied the problem, is the fact that we had 3 music videos, and we just didn't like the quality of 2 of them, which means you have 1 music video, and then that's it. I mean,
Right.
you can't really do much with that. And so we had another thing going on, in the fact that we were just living such a different and unique life with our
Right.
kids already, that we were like, man, we might as well just try to capture this for our family.
Yeah.
And for a lot of our immediate family that was always asking us what we were doing, we started with the perspective of like, we want to vlog so that we capture these moments with our kids. It morphed very quickly into just from music videos into us deciding that, man, we actually really like vlogging. We do
Yeah.
this every day for the purposes of our own family capturing our memories on this journey. Because we live such a different, unique life that we wanted to capture them for ourselves as a memory,
Yeah.
as a place where we could look back and say, wow, look what God has done in
Yeah.
our life.
Yeah, like my mother-in-law has been trying for years to get me to scrapbook
Right.
and do that stuff, and I'm just not a scrapbooker. I just cannot. I just can't do it. She even like begs me. She's like, just give me a flash drive and with all your pictures, and I'll do it for you. I can't even do that. I can't even get her a flash drive.
Yeah.
But YouTube,
But we
do
can
that.
vlog.
You know.
And it becomes something where it's capturing your journey and sharing your journey.
Yeah.
There's a big part of that.
Yeah.
And because we live so differently, like, yes, primarily we do this for our family, and that's it.
Yeah.
But then there's a benefit too to YouTube, is that you have a big company out there named Google that looks at your stuff and says, well, I'll help.
Right.
If you want to share your story, your family will help,
Yeah.
you know, and they do.
Absolutely.
They help out, you know, if you're diligent and you're consistent with it. I mean, YouTube's a great place to share your story. It's something that with a major network, a television show, a program, or even music labels or things like that, somebody out there is deciding what message is getting spoken, and it's not you.
Yeah.
With YouTube, you can share your story, you can share your message, you can share what you believe in, and there's nobody out there that's going to tell you you can't share that. I mean,
Exactly.
obviously you'll have comments and
Sure. Yeah. You got to deal with the
people that say you
haters, but-
shouldn't, but
Yeah.
you know, you can
Well, and
still
I
do
think
that.
that's what's happening is I've seen you guys go from we're sharing our story to now we're intruding on a guy trying to set up his RV. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, thanks for being patient with us. But you've gone from being YouTubers who are sharing, you know, just kind of capturing your story, to now people that are inspiring others to take on their own story
Yeah.
and to share that. I know we talked about like how can we help encourage others to do this. It's kind of like, you know, we were taught as kids to journal, and there's a lot of power in journaling. And I don't know that my YouTube channel is my journal, but it definitely, I'm pretty vulnerable in some moments that are frustrating and hard in times, and I share that. And so I think there's something powerful in life when you're processing through life through a journal or through the videos. And so I really have enjoyed seeing that. I've been inspired by y'all's content and the way you know take 5 kids and you make it look easy, and I know it's not. I know it's not.
That's why you
but
gotta watch
really-
the channel, because
Yeah.
it's not always easy,
Yeah.
right?
Not just 5 kids, 5 boys.
5 boys, yes, yes.
But
You make it fun. You say, hey,
Yeah.
come what may, we may have a frustration moment, we may have this, but we're still together, we're in it together. And what and this is the thing I think me and Trent connect on really, really deeply, is in this world, if you're watching, you know, there's a lot of influence out there that says family's not that important, and, you know, personal growth is important, but, you know, kids are annoying and kids are ornery, and go chase your own dreams. But I think we just agree that there's something powerful, and not to make anybody feel bad that doesn't have kids, and maybe that's not their journey, but for us, I think there's something powerful about being fathers, being mothers, having a family in today's day and age. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's a powerful thing, and I love that y'all share that passion for growing children and growing young men in this world that seems to be so anti-family. And I know a lot of our viewers aren't that way, and a lot of them are totally at that. And then some of them may have not had the family they hoped for growing up. So maybe, you know, you guys can continue to be that inspiration for them of what a family can look like, and with ups and downs and realities, but still going after and chasing your dreams. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is all about family. That's the thing that we keep coming back to. There's a tendency to believe, like, no matter who you are, whether you have a lot of kids or you have no kids, there's a tendency to believe in this world there's so much pressure to believe that you're not important and that you're just another one in the crowd. But YouTube really makes a place where you can actually speak, and it creates a platform for you to honestly feel a little more important, to believe in yourself and say, like, wow, I have a story to share, basically. Now for us, we take it a whole step further, because we don't believe that we exist for ourselves, and we don't believe that our family exists just for Trent and Siobhan and the Walker family. We believe that our story exists to make the world a better place. You know, and like you said, we believe our story exists to highlight and tell the world what an amazing family looks like. And yes, we're gonna go through trials and struggles, and, you know, our kids are gonna be turkeys, but that doesn't mean, like you said, it doesn't mean that they're a negative thing to have children. It's an amazing thing to have children in this life, and to lead them in a place where not only are you, you know, celebrating that, but you're also bringing them on the adventure with you. Like, that's awesome, you know, and we get all those stories all the time where people will say, man, you've just become, I don't have a family, so you've become my family.
So let us adopt you if you don't have a family, or you haven't had that experience, or for whatever reason, some reason life hasn't given you that journey. Let our family, let Trent and Siobhan's family adopt you into our world. So this has been awesome. I know we have so many more things that we want to talk about and share with YouTubers. So check out their channel. It's Trent and Siobhan. Spell it for us.
SIOBHAN.
SIOBH. So Trent and SIOBHAN. We will put a link below so you can click.
And man, we love Streaming Freedom. You guys are amazing. So the best thing about doing these videos is that we'll tag this video next time too, and we'll connect again, and then we'll be like, remember when? Hey, yo, remember when? It's because we're forging relationships right now, and it's awesome. I love that.
Well, thanks guys. It's been so fun to hang out with you and your kids.
Subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit it like 1,000 times.